Hi everyone. We'll go ahead and get started here in just a minute. We just want to give a few minutes to anyone who is still joining. All right, we'll go ahead and kick things off. Hi everyone, and welcome to our April Client Success Sessions. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Paige Stanley, and I'm the brand ambassador here at ClickBid, and I'll be moderating today's session. I know at least here in Michigan, it's finally starting to feel like golf season. I think we're officially defrosting, so this is a perfect time for this topic. This month, we're focusing on golf outings, specifically how to run a smoother, more profitable event through ClickBid. Whether you're planning your first outing, you're looking for new ways to increase revenue, or this is something you do every year, there's always a little ways that you can make things easier and more successful. As we go, feel free to drop questions in the chat anytime. Erin is with us today and is helping answer any questions throughout the session. A quick look at what we're covering today. We'll start with a quick intro, go over a few product updates, then spend most of our time in the training session walk through with Hannah. Then we'll wrap up with some time for questions at the end. I'm joined here today by Hannah, who is leading our training. Hannah is one of our account managers and works closely with clients on event setup and strategy, so she'll be walking through a lot of really helpful and practical tips today. And again, Erin's in the chat, helping out with questions as they come in. Before we jump into training, I want to take a quick moment to highlight a few updates from our product team so you know what's coming. First, just a quick call out. Recently, we did release our new seating chart tool along with some peer-to-peer enhancements, so definitely go check those out if you haven't already. Looking ahead, we do have some updates coming on April 27th around the ticket page invoices. This will include things like adding your logo, redesigned menus, the ability to resend invoice links and batches, along with more flexibility around things like cash to invoice, switching, and custom messaging. Then on May 26th, we have a few more updates coming soon, including quick entry for quantity-based items, which will make it really easy to add things like raffles or mulligans directly into a bidder's cart through the Butler. We're also rolling out some landing page builder enhancements, which give you more customization and easier preview across desktop, tablet, and mobile view. Then a little further out, we're continuing to work on things like a ticket page revamp, item packaging, and additional integration updates. As always, a lot of this is based on your feedback, so we really appreciate you sharing what we would make things easier for your guys' events. All right, now getting into the main part of today, Hannah is going to walk us through how to set up and run a successful golf outing in ClickBid. She'll start with a quick look at what this can look like from an attendee perspective, just to give you some sense of the experience, and then she'll dive into how to actually set everything up step by step. Before I hand things over, just a quick overview of what we'll be walking through. She's going to cover everything from setting up your event, managing golfers, to streamlining check-in and making sure your event day runs smoothly. She also will go through some creative games and fundraising ideas that we've seen really work well for golf outings, along with ways to boost donations like using text to give and QR codes. Then she'll wrap up with some helpful reporting so you can track how your event performed and use that information going forward. So a lot of really practical hands-on tips for this session. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pass things over to Hannah so she can get started.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paige. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here. All right, we should be able to see this now. To start, let's take a look at a sample event landing page and some of the features that we will be going over today. So right off the bat, we have our sample 53rd annual golf outing page. We have a few different options for our navigation menu here for registration. If you plan on utilizing the auction feature for your event, whether it's running simultaneously during the day through your golf outing, prior to your event, or taking place during an awards ceremony or banquet afterwards. Additionally, we have an option for a donation opportunity here. If we scroll down the page, we do also have a few options to link specific parts of the platform, like another option for registration directly to sponsorship opportunities. The sample event highlights your event timeline, which can be helpful for your golfers. We also have a section here for directions to the golf club. If you are planning on utilizing ClickBid for selling any sort of game opportunities or activities, we highlighted them here for you. You have the option to sell different items, set up like a quantity item type, so they can be bought at an outright quantity for a set price. A couple of examples here are mulligans, longest drive contest, closest to the pin challenge, as well as buying the pro shot. We'll go into setting these up a little bit later on here throughout the session, but wanted to give them some recognition here right off the bat. You're able to highlight your silent auction as well for your attendees, as well as an opportunity to highlight your sponsors. We click on this top button here for registration. We're able to see our different opportunities for setting up registering as a golfer. So we have a couple of different flight opportunities set up for individual registration as well as foursome registration. We had a couple of these selected here. You're also able to set up custom questions that can be either applicable to just the purchaser themselves or can be added to each of the guest records here as well. We'll go ahead and pivot more into the setup of everything here. We go into our admin side of things. As far as promoting your event and utilizing ClickBid for QR codes, we have a few different options that we can use. Your general event QR code for the event landing page is located here under the Your Event Site area. You also have a direct link. Your event also will have a keyword that can be utilized for an online donation opportunity we call text to give. Your golfers and attendees can text your event keyword to our phone number here to make a donation at any time. We also have a direct QR code that links to your ticket page. If we go under the Event Tickets tab, under Ticket Page Settings, your QR code for event registration is listed here as well as your link. For donation opportunities, other than the text to give feature, if we go under our donation/text to give tab under settings, we also have a direct QR code to make a donation as well as a separate link here. This QR code is a great option to have posted around at your event for additional donation opportunities as people participate in the festivities and fun during the day. Now for setting up your golfer registration, we're going to navigate to the Event Tickets tab here under Modify Tickets. Each of our different flight options were created under the individual tickets section. We're able to list our prices for individual registration as well as our foursomes. You're able to identify how many golfers are included with each purchase, as well as if you have a max quantity available to sell. Within each ticket type, if we scroll down the page here, you have the option to add your custom questions. So I have a couple of examples here, like what is your handicap, or will you be attending our banquet/awards ceremony? You're able to insert either a text response that your guest or purchaser can fill out or a drop-down option as well. You're also able to include information about what your registration includes for the day. We do have a separate area for selling sponsorships on your ticket page as well. So if your sponsorships also include a foursome or a certain amount of golfers, that can be designated here as well. And you do also have the option to add custom questions to the sponsorship opportunities as well. All right. On your ticket page, you are also able to pre-sell certain quantity items. So in this case, a couple of those games that we had listed on the landing page. The quantity items are going to be linked to your items list here under Items, Manage Items. We go into our Event Tickets tab here under Ticket Page Settings. Into our additional features here. We are able to pull any items that we've created for sale and link them directly to our ticket page. So right now I have the options to purchase a mulligan, our longest drive entry, closest to the pin challenge, as well as buy the pro shot to be seen. So if we go ahead and launch a view of our ticket page here, I have these extra buy-on opportunities added here. You're able to select them for purchase and check out for them at the same time that you are registering as a golfer. The items themselves, we can go over a little bit of how to create them. We go into the Items tab here under Manage Items. We'll click into our item number 1 here called Mulligan. We have a specific item type in ClickBid called Quantity, which is going to allow us to set that purchasable amount for a set price. If it's something that you have a limited quantity of, you're able to also determine that here and set that so you don't oversell. If your items are available for purchase online, you're also able to go in and add a description if you'd like that to be shown, as well as an image to be displayed on your online bidding site. All right, so we will then go ahead and pivot into our event management. Registrations are coming in. The event day is getting a bit closer. What are we going to be utilizing ClickBid for at that point? We do have a great new feature here. If we click on the Event Tickets tab under Table Seating, we've actually utilized this feature of ClickBid for this specific type of event for a golf cart staging area. You're able to upload a floor plan if you have one available. I believe this one we may have created as a mock-up for this event specifically, but we're able to assign golfers as they register and come into ClickBid as guests to specific carts ahead of time just to make sure that we have everything filled as necessary. You're able to click on a guest, drag and drop to add them to a cart. You'll see your full list of guests here. You can also click on a cart to take a look at the current guests. You can edit the table, or in this case, golf cart name, the capacity, and choose to swap them out or delete them out as needed. You're also able to take a look at your guest list and who may still need to submit guest information under the Event Tickets tab into Manage Guests. If we have any missing information for golfers, we would have guest of the purchaser's last name listed here, so we can verify if we have names, emails, and phone numbers ahead of the event, as well as if custom questions have been answered. All right, so it is event day. If we go ahead and open our Butler here under the Event Central tab, Butler, we are able to utilize this feature for checking your guests in, as well as adding day of sales as well. So if we go ahead and utilize our bidder lookup section, we can look up our guest sales by their last name. We'll go ahead and make sure that they are a bidder in our system. From here, right off the bat, you're able to see the table, or in this case, golf cart that they're assigned to. So if they ask when they arrive to the event, you can verify that with them here. You're able to see the phone number, if we have an email on file, if we need to add a credit card for the guest as well. We're also able to see the flight or ticket that they signed up for and check them in. You can also easily edit bidder information by clicking on this Edit Bidder Record icon here. If we pop back to the main menu here, I highly recommend utilizing this Add a Bid / multi-sale section for adding sales throughout the event. Most commonly what we see is a separate table set up at the event or multiple stations where you have someone from your organization logged into the Butler with access to add in the games on behalf of the golfer. So here under Add a Bid / multi-sale, if we were to search up our guest here, sales, we are then able to add in the item number or its name, like if we wanted to add a mulligan to this guest account. It will automatically populate the quantity available, as well as how much they're going to be buying it for, adding the bid, and it adds it to the guest account where we can check out for everything at the end of the event. All right, awesome. If we go ahead and pivot back to our main admin page here, after the event, we do have a wide variety of different reports that you can run, such as a general overview of your event, including sales information. Event sales is going to break things down a bit more into transaction by transaction, but we have a long list of different options here, depending on what type of data you see is going to be most beneficial to your organization. All right, Paige, that was about my spiel here. We can kick it over to questions and answers as well now.
All right, thank you so much, Hannah. That's a great walkthrough. We only got a short time kind of with you guys, so we know there's so much we can cover, but that was awesome. I'm going to take things back over here and we'll open it up for questions. So please continue to use the chat to submit questions. Erin's been answering a couple here throughout the session, and we'll pull a few of those to answer live so anyone can benefit from the discussion. So we'll go through as many as we can in the next few minutes. But if anything comes to mind, feel free to ask. We're definitely happy to help. All right. Well, I mean, if we don't got too many people on today, so if we don't have questions, I'll give you guys another minute or so. We'll give you guys some time back in your day.
We have one question, two actually, that just came in. If someone adds something to their account and changes their mind, can they delete it themselves or does someone need to delete for them?
That is a great question. They are not able to delete the item from their account themselves. If it's for a silent auction bid, they can undo it. They have a few seconds to do so. But if not, for any quantity items or things along those lines, we do have a section within that Butler tool that I demoed towards the end there for removing a bid on behalf of a guest that you can use.
Thank you, Hannah. And then someone wants to know if the presentation will be available to review at a later date.
Yes, yep, we will have the recording available. And Paige, I believe you're also, do we post the slides as well?
Yep, they are posted on our training hub, I believe. Everything is going to be there as well.
Wonderful, thank you.
And then it looks like the last question so far is if we are selling customized shirts, how do I add that name to each guest's registration and cost? It might be maybe a ticket sale question.
Yeah, thank you, Natalie. If I'm understanding correctly, we should be able to add that item in as part of the ticket page if you would like. We could potentially add that as a ticket type that can be added additionally to the registration or additional items that they're purchasing on the page there. So we're able to go ahead and add in a custom question that they're able to fill out. With the custom question, they could utilize the text option and you could ask for customization requests there.
Great. I think that's all the questions.
All right. Well, we will, I guess, thank you guys all for joining. We really appreciate you guys taking your time to be here. You'll receive an email shortly with today's session so you can revisit anything we've covered and share with your team. That email will also include a short survey at the bottom. It's kind of hard to see kind of in the footer area, but your feedback is really important to us to make these sessions helpful for you guys. So we'd definitely love to hear your thoughts. Also, just a quick reminder, we have a lot of great resources specifically for golf outings. So if you want some, you guys are planning something or even just considering, feel free to reach out to your account manager. They'd definitely be happy to share those with you. And be sure to stay tuned for next month's client success session. If there's a topic you guys would like us to see and cover in the future, again, reach out to your account manager. We're always, we appreciate those suggestions. So thanks again, everyone, and we hope you guys have a great rest of your day.